Hi, welcome back to our podcast, Sons of Nerddom, starring me, Patrick Elise.
Caleb Rudd.
Surprise butt sex! My name is Tom, though.
And I'm Jacob.
And hi, welcome back. So,
Hey guys, so it's been a week since we last recorded an episode. How have you guys been?
Well, I'm extremely tired.
Why so?
Well, I've just been thinking about the political situation we're in. It's to the point that Republicans are not siding with Trump anymore. They are supporting Democrats.
Cats are living with dogs.
This is
Mass hysteria!
basically
Chaos
this is-
theory.
No, but I read this really, really funny story that I think you guys are going to really enjoy.
Alright.
So here it is.
Oh, no.
Alright, so this is story time. Now before you judge the story, just remember one quick thing throughout the entire thing. This kid is 12 years old, and he's 12 years old, and he's in the 7th grade.
Alright, go for it.
So, here we go. I'm going to read it as it's a bunch of Twitter posts put together, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Alright, go for
So
it.
I'm going to basically read it as him. So here we go. No, he's also black. So it's 7th grade, fam. I've been in America all 2 years.
Alright,
I'm
wait,
12.
hold up. Just
Bruh.
make sure you censor choice words.
Yeah, I know.
Just say neighbor instead.
I'm what? Neighbor?
Alright, go for it.
His neighbors
I'm just gonna... I'll
Yo,
censor it.
N-word.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
Alright, I'm white, so I won't say it. Alright, so it's 7th grade, fam. I've been in America all of 2 years. I'm 12. I know nothing. But I live in Washington. So life is good. I mean, I'm ugly as hell. I'm tiny. I know I'm ugly. But my dad's a pastor, and he West Indian. So sex wasn't even a topic at my house. I knew nothing about it except that it was for grown-ups. That's it. No, nothing else. Anyway, so I'm in junior high. I'm ugly as hell. But I'm fly because I got a British accent. Shawty's love accent. I was on the hoop team for aesthetics too. So I ended up pulling one of the baddest girls in 7th grade. She was known for being fine. She was a Hawaiian shawty. She built great. Hair was long as hell. I'm ugly, but I hoop and I'm foreign.
Says
it's
the
kinda
12-year-old.
So it's kind of like well, he's not 12 when he's writing this, but it's kind of like I'm cute. So we dating. We holding hands in the hallway. We are dumb official.
Kinda like I'm cute.
Neighbors are mad. We've been dating for a couple months. That's like long as hell for middle school. So I was thinking, we're going the distance. We are going for it. Life is good. Until one day, so I come into math class. She's crying. So I go into boyfriend mode and be like, hey, who hurt you, babe? What's wrong? Who hurt you? And she goes, I'll tell you later. And I'm like, bet. School ends and I find her and ask, what's up? She's still crying. And I'm really worried because maybe she realized I'm ugly and she came to her senses and realized I'm fucking ugly. And she goes, and I quote, baby, I'm pregnant and I don't know what I'm going to do. Bruh, I freeze. What? I start shaking mad hard. The world's still. Mind you, I'm scared to kiss girls, so I ain't ever kissed her. We held hands. We haven't even hugged. We've just held hands, and that was it. But I stay in boyfriend mode. Baby, don't worry. Wait, this is a 12-year-old. Baby, don't worry. I gotta catch the bus, but I'm here for you. We gonna get through this. And I'll run and catch my bus. What am I gonna tell my mom? So I get home, and I decide to be an adult and handle it. My mom goes, how was school? And I look her dead in the eye and go, my girl pregnant. She goes,
Says the 12-year-old.
She goes, what? And I go, hey, we're keeping it, Mom. We're keeping the baby.
Says the 12-year-old.
And my mom goes, when did you have sex? And I'm like, what you talking about? She goes, when did you have sex? And I'm like, I don't know, never. The fuck you mean? And now my mom's confused, and I'm confused. Why would she ask me about sex when I'm talking about my girl being pregnant? She just talking shit. She don't know what she doing. Shake my head. Or SMH because, abbreviations.
Shake my head, yeah.
I don't have a phone because, we West Indian. So mom calls the principal and sets up a meeting for the morning. I'm still confused. She's still confused. She's angry. And I'm pacing around my room trying to figure out where I can work to handle my responsibilities as a father. I ain't gonna be a deadbeat. Because in my mind, if that's your girl and she get pregnant, that's your baby. And that's what I thought. I was 12. Leave me alone. I wake up next morning with a game plan. Like, I'm getting ready. I've got it all figured out. And in the meeting, I'm going to just step up to the plate and handle my business, and that will be that. I'm 12. So we get to the school.
I'm 12. I got this, guys.
So we get to school in the meeting, and it's me, my mom, my girl, her mom, and the principal. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to throw down. I am so ready. And everyone's nervous. And so I'm like, let me stand up. So I stand up, and I'm sitting there, and I get up, and I'm like, all right, here's what's about to happen. My girlfriend looks petrified. She's scared as shit.
This little kid's like the drunk. Okay, it's like
He's like drunk history.
it's like yeah, it's like
Here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
It's like he's more
Mom,
Irish
hold
than,
my orange box. Watch this.
he's more Irish than
Grape
I am.
juice.
All right, mother, you're gonna hold this. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. No, so my girl looks petrified, and what I didn't know at the time is she didn't tell her mom. But I continue. I'm like, so basically, me and her, we pregnant, and we keeping it. The room fell silent, and both parents are looking at me and my girlfriend like, the fuck? And her mom goes, "You're pregnant with him? He not even your boyfriend." And I'm like, "Whoa, what?" And my mom goes, "When did you have sex?" And I'm looking at my mom like, "Why do you keep asking me that?" The room got quiet again, and everyone's looking at me, and I'm pissed because the plan's failing. Principal sitting there like face palming. She did not sign up for this shit. She's just like, oh my gosh. And then it clicks in my mom's head. My mom realizes, I don't know how sex and pregnancy works. I don't know what happens. And so she proceeds to explain to me that to get a girl pregnant, you have to have sex. And so I am getting the sex talk in front of my girlfriend, her mom, and the principal. And her mom's confused, mad, annoyed, and laughing all at once. And then it clicked. I didn't get her pregnant. This wasn't me. I didn't do it. And she cheated on me and got pregnant with someone else. And so I went off. Tears started coming down my face. You don't put no 12-year-old boy through this, man.
And so
I
I
went
knew.
off on everyone, man. And I look at my mom, and I look her dead in the eye and go, "So, Mom, you're just gonna have me out here embarrassed in front of all these Oriental N-words?" Bruh, I never yelled at my mom so loud before in my life. And then I look at my girlfriend, or the Hawaiian girl, and I go, "And you, ho! You cheated on me, you chapped-lipped scallywag! Your hands drier than HGTV at 3 a.m., you dusty Great Value Hawaiian!" And then I look at her mom and go, "You a hoe too! Your daughter 12 years old. This how y'all gonna do me? I don't need this shit." And then the principal's laughing. And I look at her, I go, "And you." Principal was laughing. He goes, "Don't nobody like you. We know you sleeping with an English teacher, bitch." And the guy stormed out of there. He didn't get... And from then on, he says, I didn't get in any trouble at all. Never spoke about it for the rest of that year. Girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, Shotty, she had the baby. Baby's gorgeous now. Never spoke to her again. I read up on sex, learned how things go. Became better, wiser, learned, improved. Life lessons. Shake my head. And that's the story of this man named Kieran in the 12th grade.
Is his Twitter handle there so you can follow him?
Yeah, actually, at nonprofit.
At nonprofit. That's
Or
cool.
at nonprofit _ capital N, capital P, at non and profit.
That is golden.
All I can think of is this 12-year-old just looking at his girlfriend like, and suddenly he knew what he had to
And
do.
at last I see the light, and it's like the hoe is dead to me.
And suddenly he knew what he had to do. Bitch!
You chap-lit scallywag! I just had to mom. You a hoe too! I think my favorite thing about this entire
That's
entire
gold.
story, that my favorite thing is like it clicks in his mom's head. He hasn't had the sex talk. He doesn't understand the birds and the bees. He doesn't know how to like get a girl pregnant. He doesn't know what sex is. Yeah, he has no idea about any of this. And like right there in the principal's office, it clicks. Right there.
It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. And she's like,
Baby ain't
"Oh
mine."
fuck." And like in that moment, he's like, "Oh shit."
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, so I just jumped into some geek topics.
Yeah, you missed.
Star Trek Beyond came out this week.
Oh my goodness.
I know Patrick and I see it. Jacob, you didn't see it, did you?
What?
Star Trek Beyond?
No,
I did not see it either.
You didn't see it
I
either?
didn't see it, but when I heard
First
about it, I
off-
didn't
All
wanna
right, so let's
see
give them the rundown. So it's a sequel to Star Trek not Wrath of Khan, In the Darkness.
it. I know Wrath of
Sequel
Khan
to
came out a
Darkness.
second time.
So it takes place, I think, a year or two later, and at this point, Captain Kirk is tired, and he doesn't want to go out into space anymore. He's kind of like,
No.
it's kind of like, I'm done with it. And the premise is he talks about in the movie, his father joined Starfleet because that's what he felt he should do, and Kirk joined Starfleet because he was trying to live up to his father. So the premise of the movie is that Kirk is tired of trying to live up to this man that he never knew.
And so yeah, he's going on for like a long time of like, is this really who I want to be? Is this what I want to do? I really want to be the captain of a Starfleet ship. Do I
Right.
really want to do all this stupid space exploration, or do I want to stay on, the ground and not do anything?
Right, so he goes to the head of Starfleet and says, listen, I know the Enterprise is going back out. I don't want to go, but I recommend Spock for taking my place as captain. And they basically say, we'll take it under consideration. They send him out into space anyway. As things happen, the ship
Well-
gets attacked and destroyed.
Well, first, Tom, do you have any intention of seeing it? Do you really care about
I wasn't
the
going to go to
movie?
spoiler
Nah.
territory. I was going to give the summary. So, like, the ship gets destroyed, they end up on this planet, and they have to survive. I didn't like the movie at all. I hated it,
It was,
to be
I
honest.
thought it was pretty stupid. Well, I mean,
I thought it was dumb.
it had some pretty cool moments.
It had some
But
cool
it
moments.
wasn't good. I'd say like 6 at best if you're like a die-hard Star Trek fan.
Yeah, and I love Star Trek. Picard's my captain, so I'm all about the next generation. And I love Kirk too. I don't know. I left the theater and I got in the car with my girlfriend and I was quiet. She asked if I was okay, and I went, "Yeah." Was it just me or was that movie terrible? And her response was, "No, it was pretty god awful." I'm like, "Is it me or was it that bad?" And she goes,
It was like the entire theater silent throughout the whole
"No, like, it was fun."
yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I mean,
the theater
besides
was,
the funny moments that made people laugh.
Yeah,
obviously.
like I got in the car and I was silent. She goes, "You okay?" I'm like, "Was it me or that movie sucked?" She goes, "Yeah, that was pretty bad." And then, I didn't say anything. For a while, she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm just trying to process it."
Like, what the fuck was
Because
that
I love
shit
Star
show?
Trek, and the movie got out, and I was like, "Oh,
That was a
To be
disappointment.
fair, I didn't like the first two reboot movies.
No?
The first one was.
The first one was okay.
Number
Second
two-
one was bleh.
Wrath
Yeah.
of Khan retold."
Khan
well-
was so badass though. Like,
Khan was cool.
You can't match up to the guy who played him in the Wrath of Khan,
Right.
oh no.
who was, oh god, I can't remember his name.
I'll pull it up because
Oh.
I have the internet at my side.
Well, while you guys are looking
In
that up,
all
I think the
caps.
only thing I liked about Khan is like if he were a good guy, he'd be so cool. Because I remember when he first meets the Starfleet crew of the USS Enterprise in the new Star Trek movie Into Darkness, is basically he's saving them from I can't remember what alien race it was, but he was saving
The
them.
Klingons.
Yeah,
Klingons.
the Klingons.
It's always Klingons, man.
Fucking A.
Unless it's Next Generation.
I like this next generation.
Uh,
Ah!
and so basically the Klingons are going to attack them, and Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Khan, who also plays Doctor Strange, we'll get to that later.
Right.
Who plays Khan? He comes out in one hand. He has a minigun.
Ricardo
Montalban.
Montalban played
Okay.
Khan in the original.
Ricardo Montalban, who you millennials will remember as Junie's grandfather in.
Oh my God, that's
in
Khan.
Yeah, in
Wait.
Spy Kids.
In Spy
Junie's grandfather.
In Spy Kids Game Over.
Wait.
No, in the second one too.
Oh.
Both?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I thought that was like Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
What?
thought it
No,
was Dick
Ricardo
Van Dyke.
Montalban is. He's
That's what I
very
thought it was too,
Spanish.
so.
He didn't look Mexican. He had white hair. He didn't look Mexican. He wasn't tan.
He's definitely Hispanic in Spy Kids.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Khan though.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
honestly
Khan.
thought that was.
To be fair,
Dick Van
though,
Dyke.
you wouldn't. He plays a very different role, but you can still feel his
Yeah.
intimidation seeping through him.
Yeah, and that totally knowing that he was Hispanic, right? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally.
He's also a giant guy.
Yeah, he's huge. The guy is
Oh, yeah.
tall.
Spy Kids 3D Game Over. Yeah, he was pretty tall in that.
Yeah.
He got out of his
He got out
wheelchair
of a
in that
wheelchair.
like super suit.
That was a
Um,
dumb movie, though,
that-
for real.
that
stupid.
that totally explains though why in when Cumberbatch was cast as Khan in the reboot, why the hashtag "but a white boy can't be Khan" started trending.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That totally makes
Because-
sense. What it,
Because Khan was very Spanish, and
and I had no
I mean,
idea.
I thought that was kind of dumb
And-
that they even cast him.
Talking about Benedict Cumberbatch in Star Trek is a great segue because I feel like there's not much we really want. I mean, do you guys want? Do you want to say anything else about Star Trek Beyond?
No.
My
Fuck Star
consensus.
Trek.
No, okay.
My consensus was that I didn't like it.
Well, okay, so here's my thing that, like, confuses me about Star Trek. So you have, like, billions upon billions of stars and planets outside of our galaxy, which is their mission to explore them all. And, like, make peace and whatnot.
Right.
And so they're going to all these different planets, and so all these different alien races with their own unique individual history, with their own unique individual languages, and they all speak English.
Yeah.
The hardest language to learn on planet Earth is the one language they all collectively somehow speak on every planet, like, outside of the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, you see, it doesn't make sense, so fuck you.
No. So here's the thing, though.
Basically.
And with all the possible villains in Star Trek, the villains are always somebody who's been isolated for a long time that somehow always has technology that was more powerful than what Starfleet has.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
And
Makes
they're
no
always
sense.
somebody who got dicked over by Starfleet. It's always somebody that Starfleet wronged.
Well,
Like,
fuck
to be
Starfleet
fair,
then.
though, in Wrath of Khan, it was just him doing his shit.
Yeah, in the original it was, but in the reboot, I'm more talking about the reboots.
Yeah, the reboots are...
In the original, the villains were different, but in the reboots, the villain is always somebody that Starfleet dicked over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the only thing I liked out of Star Trek Into Darkness was, again, like, Khan's, like, the moment he meets Starfleet, and that's only because, like, you can't get cooler than having a minigun in one hand and an assault rifle in the other and just gunning
Yeah.
down Vulcans. That was about it. That's the only cool part about that I thought was that. Also, his costume was kind of cool with, like, the head wraps, like, over his face and over his head, and that was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. But other than that, it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, the "Shall We Begin" line was pretty cool from Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Other than
Anyway,
those two things, though, it was, yeah.
Well, and my problem with the newer movies is that, like, Star Trek has always been, like, more intellectual than action.
Oh
yeah.
It's not an action movie. It's
And
like an
the new ones are,
exploration.
like, action movies.
Yeah.
They're trying to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bitches.
But speaking of Star Trek and Benedict Cumberbatch is a great segue into Doctor Strange. I'm so excited for this movie
my
now.
nerd boner's rising.
I am so excited for this movie.
Oh, you have no idea. I am a huge Doctor Strange.
Just now?
It is
Oh my
so good.
goodness.
The new trailer just came out during the Olympics, which nobody's watching. I don't think
Like-
that's not true. Everybody's
Mike-
watching. I was watching swimming yesterday.
Yeah.
I
Did
wasn't.
you see Michael Phelps?
Yeah, he plays.
He-
He got
yeah.
gold again.
Yeah.
I was
That's
watching
like
it all
22 or something.
I
It's
think
insane.
I think it's his 16th gold in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's like his 30th medal.
He
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
more gold medals
He
than
has the
Ashton
record.
Villa does in soccer tournament goals.
Yeah.
They have 14. I'm just like,
He has more.
gold medals than I have swagger.
He has
He's
more
had
gold
one-
medals than Leonardo DiCaprio has Oscars. Oh wait, that's not that hard to do. Oh, okay, I'm
He
done.
has as many
I- someone's
Oscars as
salty.
Eminem. And Eminem doesn't deserve it.
I think that Michael Phelps has more gold medals than Leonardo DiCaprio has been dicked out of an Oscar.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty big amount.
Yeah. Anyway, but the new trailer came
damn.
out. And that trailer looks dope. There's an
I-
awesome shot, Tom, in the trailer
I never.
where Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange is walking down this this hallway, and he's just in his robes, and he doesn't have the cape on. You're like, where's the Strange cape? And he has red cloth in his hand, so he throws it like this over his shoulder, and he doesn't clip it. It like just magically flows around him and becomes the cape,
And like
it
clasps
and
itself.
it clasps itself to his robe.
Right onto his nipples.
No, it's just like
Nipple clasp. Oh no, my
The- you guys didn't see that, but that's what Patrick did. He went right here, and I was like,
I grabbed my boobs.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
and
but-
the
and
villain,
then his cape was like, titties.
Mads Mikkelsen has like some sick yellow robes.
Oh yeah.
Kind of looks like puke though, the color yellow.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm so excited because my girlfriend Allison said the sweetest thing ever, and she was like, "All right." She told me, she's like, "I know Doctor Strange is your favorite, and like this movie is so special to you, so I'm going to take you to see it on the midnight release." It was the sweetest thing anyone had ever said to me.
And
But,
then they
um,
broke up.
No,
What?
Jacob.
Gonna kill you, bitch! All right, everyone, find Jacob. His house is 1203 East Avenue.
God.
I can't
No.
believe you've done this.
No, but no, it was one of the nicest things anyone had ever like done for me. It's one of the sweetest things everyone's ever said to me. But this Doctor Strange trailer, I didn't watch it. Like, so This Doctor Strange trailer, like I get email updates from comicbook.com about like new trailers and like comic book news, and so I get a email about new Doctor Strange trailer. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I gotta check this out, and so I start watching it, and my iPad freezes on the loading screen. But the audio continues. So like I'm looking at the like loading circle, completely frozen in action. While in the background, it's like, you will die protecting this world. I'm like, well, it sounds cool.
So that's what it's like to be blind.
To be fair, though, music and audio is half the movie. So.
Yeah, but
we're not blind. We want to see it.
however, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the Doctor.
I'm not Matt Murdock.
If you're salty and you know it, clap your hands.
Well, if you've seen the Doctor Strange trailers, Tom, you'd know visual actually is like 75% important versus 25%.
I mean, it's Doctor Strange.
So I mean, it's very like it's warped, and basically, if you watch it while you're high, you're not gonna know what the fuck's going on.
And
talk about a movie you're gonna want to watch when you're high. It's Doctor Strange. All the magic and shit.
I don't even think you need to smoke. You just like lay back. If you're really tired, you just lay back and start watching. You're like, whoa. Dude.
To be fair, like, Doctor Strange has kind of always been about the spectacle.
Well, yeah, it's magic.
His name is Strange.
I know, but like...
Dr. Normal.
Dr. Normal.
Well, that's boring.
But like, as superheroes go, he's more over the top, I guess, than most other superheroes.
Yeah.
And he's also, I don't know, how does he look? I know it's Benedict Cumberbatch, but how tall is he in the trailer?
He's Cumberbatch, so he's tall.
But like normally
it doesn't look like they've scaled him down.
Yeah, like because like I know Doctor Strange is gigantic.
Yeah,
he's like 7 foot. He's a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, but it looks like in the movie they're not downplaying Cumberbatch's size.
Yeah,
so
which is what they usually do.
Yeah, so I think there's a shot in one of the trailers with him and this other wizard, and he's like a head, and Cumberbatch like a head taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge.
No, I think one of my favorite things I've ever seen in one of the Doctor Strange trailers is like, so 2 trailers came out. There was the Olympics trailer that came out recently, and there was one that came out like a month ago, like a few weeks ago. And one of my favorite things, this is going to be like one of the coolest, funniest moments in the film.
Oh, yeah, this line.
It's like the last, it's like kind of, you know how some trailers have that like after credit scene kind of? Where it's like
the trailer ends, it shows like the title card, and it's like a last moment.
Yeah, basically. Like the last moment of the trailer. So the last moment of the trailer is the African-American guy. And he comes up to Doctor Strange and gives him a slip of paper with a bunch of letters and numbers on it.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange, thinking it's some, big, mystic, important thing, he goes, what is this? And he goes, and the African-American guy goes to the door, he opens it, and he enters, and he turns around and goes,
it's my Wi-Fi password.
Actually, yeah, he does. Yeah. Oh! He goes, it's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages. Yeah. And then leaves. And that's a direct quote. He just closes the door and leaves.
It's so awesome. So, the director of Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson, came forward, and somebody had asked them if the magic would be explained with a scientific background so it works in the real world. And he replied, magic is magic in this movie. It's not something that is explained away scientifically. It's not something that is easy to define, as magic should be. Magic should be mysterious. There's mystery to magic, and there's a mystery to the tone of the movie. Mystery is a good thing. End quote. Which makes me so excited that they're not going to throw some scientific humbo-jumbo and be like, oh, this is why magic works in the world. They're just going to be like, no, we don't get it. It's just magic.
As much as I love all the science and like cool science and physics and whatnot that goes into these Marvel movies, like the Iron Man suit and the web shooters for Spider-Man and Civil War and like Ant-Man's suit altogether, just all these cool science things, as much as it's great, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care how it works.
I feel that's a problem with the new Marvel movies, is that they're like, oh, but we gotta explain them with science, and it's gotta be realistic, and it's like, it's called a comic book movie for a reason,
Well, the reason they do that, I think, is because even though there's some people who are like, wow, comic books, this is amazing, there's always those fans that are like, well, how does it work? Huh? You didn't explain it, so it's not real.
Well,
how
we
does
just
it work?
punch him in the face,
Some
and then it was solved,
there are some,
right?
There are some viewers who like it being explained within an inch of its life, and I like the idea of in Doctor Strange, somebody's going to go, well, how does the magic work? And the movie's going to be like, because it works.
Because it's magic.
Have you never seen any Harry Potter ever?
There's reason.
Magic.
There's reason behind magic.
It's like, well, how does it work? Fuck you, that's how.
Yeah,
basically. I can't wait for Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man in Civil War, there's a moment where Captain America throws the shield and it bounces everywhere and Cap catches it again. Spider-Man in the movie just goes, that thing doesn't follow physics, does it? I can't wait for that moment when Doctor Strange meets up with Spider-Man and like Cumberbatch does like some crazy shit. Spider-Man's like, Jesus Christ, you guys.
Wow.
He's gonna finally be like,
Spider-Man's just like, flip.
Spider-Man's just like, I guess I can make webs?
Spider-Man Homecoming's be talking to like, Tony Stark. He's like, alright, so here's how the web shooters work. So blah blah blah, it starts explaining. So the fluid cartridges go here, and when you press the pressure, it's gonna meet Doctor Strange. He's gonna like do some warping reality shit, and he's be like, so Peter, what do you think? Nick, bro, the fuck, dude, what the hell, fam? What did you do,
Fam? The fuck, fam?
dude? Not cool. Man, now you're porking my aunt who's somehow hot and younger every movie? What the hell?
Wait, what?
Have you not noticed that the Aunt Mays get younger?
Yeah.
So like Aunt May and Tobey Maguire,
She
this old
does.
woman.
She looks like
Yeah.
40 in the new movie.
Not even.
It was weird. 'Cause
She was a MILF.
Okay.
It was weird because I remember
I
like,
feel that.
I saw the movie with Patrick. I leaned over the Patrick. I'm like, why am I attracted to Aunt May right now?
Like
This feels all kinds of dirty.
this is like the weird like step. I don't know how I know about this, but like apparently on the internet there is porn about step siblings.
Oh, yeah.
And
Jesus
it's
Christ.
and it's
We're
most
ta-
viewed.
I'm sitting here, Patrick.
No,
trying to
you
ha-
want to talk about siblings going at it?
No,
we
hear me
go.
out.
It's
Stop.
always step siblings.
Oh,
though.
here we
Stop.
go. Dirty
Hear
and
me out.
wrong.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
You brought this up.
When I created this podcast, I thought it'd be fun to sit down and talk about nerd stuff, and now we're talking about siblings fucking in porn.
Yes.
Yes.
Not blood siblings, though.
Oh, sorry, step siblings. How do we get to this?
Incest is
I'm sitting here.
Because it's nasty
I-
if they're blood related.
Because you
I-
said
I-
dirty and wrong.
I have the next nerd story queued up, and you're like, let's talk about porn.
No,
And
we're
like-
gonna talk about Aunt May. But like,
It's
we're-
fine, dude.
We went from Doctor Strange to Spider-Man to Aunt May to step sibling pornography.
And
That's
back,
a great day.
back
The
to
new
Aunt-
pornographer's guy.
and back to Aunt May. I always
You
do
can't
this-
see it, but I'm shaking my head so hard.
Well, like I always thought of Aunt May as like an elderly woman.
We're never gonna get sponsored.
An elderly. I just want to go back to Aunt May. I always thought of Aunt May as like an elderly woman, you know, kind of like a grandma type figure. Even though she's only an aunt, she's just kind of the grandma figure that takes care of Peter. And I always liked her being old. And then she gets a little younger.
If you
and-
say she takes care of Peter's Peter, I swear to God.
No, she,
Oh my god!
she takes care of the Iron Man.
Spam! No! I'm
No,
saying she
no.
got a little younger in Amazing Spider-Man,
No.
and I'm like, okay, alright, she's still borderline, because, she's like the grandma
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't there when the mom was around, and,
Yeah.
takes care, basically the second mother, and I always
Yeah.
thought of her as an old lady, Like, I don't know why, she just seems like she can't be younger than, like, 60.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden she's 40, and I'm like, this is, what the fuck?
Okay.
And then she starts flirting with Tony Stark, and I'm like, what the double fuck?
Okay, so that's my thing though, is that like she kind of has to be elderly, especially in like the older, like the 2000s
Like
Spider-Man
Tobey-
movies.
yeah, the Tobey
Because when the
Maguire.
Green Goblin shows the fuck up, I was like
He
petrified as a small child when I watched those. I was like, ah!
Well, think about it. Imagine you're sitting there, Aunt May, doing your final prayers for the day, and then the Green Power Ranger comes through your window.
Stop,
bitch!
On a flying skateboard.
Now we'll meet again, Spider-Man! Hi, Aunt May! Ah!
Let's not forget the second movie. So you come in, and the bad motherfucker from Indiana Jones comes in with a bunch of tentacle porn things that he borrowed from the anime studio.
Why
next
isn't it
door.
back to porn?
And he comes in and takes your grandma. You know what he's gonna do with that? He's gonna hold her on the roof and drop her. What do you think I was gonna say, you pervert?
Coming in your window, snatching your Aunt May up.
Yep. It's Mr. Steele, your aunt.
Okay, back focus.
Anyway,
Ant-Man.
so on top of Star Trek, Suicide Squad came out this weekend. I saw it.
I didn't.
It was so good.
Was it?
It
Was
is-
it really?
It,
The critics said it was
dude,
horrible.
The critics said it was horrible. The critics need to take
They
their
have a
thumb.
vendetta against DC.
Okay, so here's the
Oh,
here's,
yeah.
the here's the funny thing though, Tom. So Rotten Tomatoes has been giving Suicide Squad a horrible rating. Do you know who owns Suicide Squad? Warner Bros. Do you know who owns RottenTomatoes.com? Warner Bros.
Nice!
I always thought it was like they're not on Marvel's payroll, but Marvel is such a big company now that it's part of DC. or not DC, Marvel is part of Disney, that, like, they are so big a company now that critics are afraid that they'll get sued if they write a bad review. And that's, so by technicality, they're basically on Marvel's payroll. And so they don't write anything bad about Marvel because they're so scared of, getting sued, because they know they're just a little, guy living in suburbia New York that, like, works a day job as, like,
As a critic.
Well, it would
Basically.
suck if it turned into the Suicide Squad, which is actually what's happening. So there's a fan
Oh my
who's
gosh.
suing. That's a horrible segue. I'm so sorry.
I hate you.
We all hate him. It's
Wait,
okay.
But there's a fan that's suing the Suicide
Wait.
Squad movie.
I got it!
It's the damn it, Patrick.
I
So-
understand!
This fan writes, the Suicide Squad trailers showcased several specific Joker scenes that I had to pay for the whole movie just to watch those scenes. Those specific scenes that Warner Brothers and DC had advertised in their trailers and TV spots. None of these scenes are in the movie. There were some Joker scenes that got cut out. I drove 300 miles to London to go watch these specific Joker scenes that they had explicitly advertised in their TV ads, and they don't show it to me.
Well, he's butthurt.
Yep.
Yeah, he's angry about it, and I get it. I mean, there's some scenes in the trailer that, in any movie, there's scenes in the trailer that might not make it to the film, and more often than not, they don't. There's always like a moment or a second or two in the trailer that isn't in the film, in the final cut. And when
Yeah.
they asked Jared Leto, who plays the Joker, he said there are a lot of scenes that didn't make it into the final film, and hopefully they will see the light of day, but who knows? And the Reddit user said, continued, saying this is totally unacceptable and that I wasted a lot of money paying and traveling to go watch this movie because of these specific scenes that they had advertised to me and all of us saying, hey, check out our preview. This will be in the movie. Come watch it on the 5th. All lies, he explained and continues. I'm now taking this to court. I want my refund. The trauma of being embarrassed.
The trauma?
This is where he sounds like an idiot. The trauma of being embarrassed as I was kicked out and people laughed at me for wanting my refund, and also the 160 pounds of fuel money I used to drive to London from Scotland.
Are you telling me they don't have...
Stop, he adds, let's stop this nonsense of false bullshittery. Actual
Bullshittery.
quote, bullshittery.
How
And
shitable.
don't let them bribe you with their deluxe, premium, special director's gold extended edition supreme cut.
Is that actually what he said?
Yes, nonsense. You should get what they advertised, their first theatrical cut, and what you paid for based on what they showed you in their advertisements.
Okay, let me tell you why you're wrong.
Right.
Because when you're making a movie, you can't fit everything in,
Right.
and it's not fair to expect them to...
There's always something in the script that
Well-
plays on paper but doesn't play on screen.
Well, I mean, I hate to play devil's advocate, but I can see where he's coming from because they spent so much time hyping up the Joker, like magazine covers, trailers exclusively about the Joker.
And I get it, but on the flip side, you have to keep it PG-13,
Oh, yeah.
whether you want to or not. The reason
Oh,
why
yeah.
Deadpool worked as an R-rated movie is that it had such a hardcore following.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot of following for the Suicide Squad, so it makes
Not at
sense
all.
to keep it PG-13 so a wide variety of viewers can come watch the movie. So
Exactly.
I'm sure these scenes, and in the scenes that were cut are also have that you can see photos of them filming it online,
Yeah.
and it's abuse scenes between Joker like beating Harley.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they cut it.
Okay, and to be fair, those have always been
And-
present.
right.
Even in, like, the animated show back in the 90s,
Oh yeah.
he totally fucking abuses her.
He abuses her.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah,
like
and
one
I
of the
love-
most famous scenes is like one of the animated series that was so beloved but also dark. Is when he's sitting there doing paperwork and Harley Quinn jumps on the desk and goes, "Come on, Puddin', don't you want to rev up your Harley?" and starts making
She
motorcycle
makes
motions.
she goes like vroom vroom.
And he just backhand pushes her right off the table.
yeah.
Well,
And
No
so
worries.
and even in the comics, like he meets her, he lies to her because she's his therapist, and then he breaks her mentally,
Yeah.
and then abuses her, and then he's bleached white because of the acid, so he makes her go in the acid in the comics to bleach her white too. It's a horrible relationship, but she's so madly in love with him.
yeah, and it gets to the point where I think it was the 3rd or 4th season. Whichever one they shifted animation styles.
I think it's the 4th season.
Yeah. So at that point, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
At that point, Harley Quinn is so. I don't know how to put it, but like enraptured,
Yeah.
infatuated
Yeah.
by Joker that she captures Batman is gonna kill him, and she gets the Joker in on it.
Yeah.
She like calls the Joker and
wants-
gets him to come down. But what makes it disturbing is that the Joker basically sets Batman free because Batman starts playing with Harley Quinn, essentially, and is like, you really think this will make him love you?
Right.
And so she calls the Joker, and the Joker smacks her out of the building.
Yeah.
Because he wanted the glory of killing Batman.
I'm not sure if it's the same scene in the cartoon, but it's the same scene in the cartoon where he throws her out in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he slaps her, drags her out to the door, kicks the door open, and he throws her out into a puddle.
No, it
in
was
the
out
rain.
the building.
Yeah.
He
Right.
threw her out the window.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's a horrible relationship, and they cut those scenes. So I saw the movie, and it plays more like a romance between them, which makes sense because you can't really do, like, the hardcore listen to they're abusive, but it makes sense. But even it plays a little more romantic in the movie, but he still is so cruel to her in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And
I heard he attempted murder, so I mean I haven't seen it. It's just kind of stuff I've read online, so I don't know if it's really true or not. So don't anyone listening. This is not a spoiler. Do not take my word for this until you see it yourself. I heard he attempts to murder her in the movie, like something about a helicopter, like pushes her out. I think I don't know.
I saw the. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. So if I want to talk about it, I'm only going to mention trailer moments. But Harley Quinn, when Margot Robbie was cast as Harley Quinn back in the day, I knew she would be awesome as Harley Quinn. I did not think she would be as perfect as she was. She is so spot on in.
Now what about Batfleck?
Batfleck, I love Batfleck, dude. I love Batfleck.
Tom in the corner is really angry.
All right, so Tom's not a fan of Batfleck.
Tom, be salty.
I don't think he's necessarily a horrible actor. I just think usually he gets handed horrible scripts. Usually
Armageddon was bad.
he doesn't work with
So
what he
does
has
Daredevil.
very well. But what he got was a great script, at
Right.
least for the Batman parts in Batman v Superman. And I feel like, to me, he can't work with what he has very well if it's bad. And I've seen, and usually what makes a good actor a great actor is their ability to take moments and like personalize them.
Right.
And I feel like he doesn't do that very well.
Interesting.
Well,
Especially in Daredevil.
Well,
Granted, that was
you
a
try to
horror-
personalize being a blind lawyer. Just cover your eyes and go, "You're guilty."
You're guilty.
He
Over
has
here.
to find
Shit.
something, though. He
Yeah,
has to
that's
find
true.
something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe the childhood aspect of it. But,
Yeah.
like,
Be a blind
It's-
lawyer. You're guilty. Behind you. You're guilty.
I'm over here. You're guilty. Admit it. I'm still over here. Damn it.
and, like, and to be fair, that was a terrible script. And
Yeah.
there wasn't,
The playground fight between him and Elektra is golden.
That's so stupid.
It's such a bad
I
scene.
hated that
it's
shit.
like, yeah, you beat a blind guy. Okay.
You're out of yourself.
You're
You're
not
not a
a villain.
cripple.
Yeah, plus you're not a villain. You're not a hero. You're a bitch.
Well, and, like, but
She was the
there are
villain,
other
no, it never
characters
would
in
be.
the movie that are obviously working with what they have, like Kingpin, where he's like, he's playing it up. He's being Kingpin.
He's being Kingpin.
He's being a Kingpin.
Yeah.
So,
He is
and like, I saw him as Daredevil, and all I saw was a pissy man in a big old red suit.
That's basically what Daredevil is.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
why you think
he
Batman
was-
someone who's just a pissy man in a black suit.
Yeah.
No, he was just all I saw was like an idiot in a red suit
Yeah.
that didn't know what anything was, and it's
Flash.
Shut up, Jay. The Flash is beautiful. I'll cut you.
All right, so back to Margot Robbie. We went so
Anyway,
off track.
Yeah,
Off
but
topic.
she steals the movie.
Oh, does she?
It's a teen movie, obviously, but she absolutely steals the show.
Oh yeah. Well, Harley Quinn and Deadshot, like, they were basically the main characters.
Yeah, and Will Smith is so good in the movie too.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even realize he was in it.
Yeah.
Deadshot.
Oh, I hit.
Oh,
the,
you didn't think a black guy could be Deadshot?
I hit the mic. Sorry.
You're loud, like listeners.
We
No,
apologize.
no,
for
no.
headphones.
I just didn't know Will Smith was in the movie.
Yeah, no, he plays
plays Deadshot.
he plays Floyd. He plays Deadshot, and he's awesome. And there's some, and it's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. But Ben Affleck does make an appearance as Batman in the movie, and it's awesome. It's awesome.
I heard he saves Harley Quinn from the water. I mean, again, I don't know that. Well, that was kind of in the trailer where like something like she falls in the water.
He does
and
dive in the
dies.
water in the trailer, and he dives in the water in the movie.
Yeah, so I assume it's to save her. I assume like Joker drove them off like a cliff, so he like dived in the water to get her.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Again, I don't know. That's my basic assumption
I'm
of
saying-
what I think happened, but I don't.
Yeah, like it's dude, the movie's so good, so good.
I was surprised.
And on the topic of DC movies, though, guess what's getting a sequel?
Oh no! What?
Man of Steel.
Damn it!
I didn't think it was that bad. I
love
think it
that
really
movie.
humanized. And what? Okay, I'm about to go on a rant here.
And I'm right with
So-
you with this rant. I love this
Alright,
movie. I love
so-
this movie.
Little coincidence. The people who like it are on one side of the room. People who don't like it on the other.
Yeah, so me and Tom are sitting on one side of the room. We're pro Superman. Like
So,
Patrick
I
and
love
Jacob are
Superman.
anti.
False God! False God!
You should go back to
So here's
go
the
back
problem.
to Krypton where he belongs. Hashtag
Bitches!
build a wall.
So
Hashtag Earth only, humans only. We'll build a wall.
So here's
Trump
the-
will make the world great again. Fuck off.
So
Fight us.
here's the thing with and what people complained about in Man of Steel. A lot of the time is they were like, "Oh, but Jesus imagery," and they're trying to humanize Jesus. Well, yeah,
Well,
they're-
I mean-
they did that in the comics.
Right,
It's not
but
like
here-
Jesus
here's
was
the
a human
thing.
or anything.
You have this character with these incredibly ridiculous powers. How do you make him relatable? Is you make him feel. So in the movie in Man of Steel, they play into the idea of he was born in Kansas. So he has these incredible powers, but whenever something happens to the character of Superman, he reacts like a human being.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's not a human. He's obviously from
Right.
the planet.
But because he was born and raised in the U.S., on Earth rather, he at his core is human.
He may be the Man of Steel, and that's what the movie is trying to
On the
say.
outside.
He may be the Man of Steel, but he's mostly man.
Exactly.
And I still think, as clunky and as technically bad as it was, Superman Returns
right.
has
I like
one of the greatest Superman moments ever, where he takes.
Can I guess? Is it the moment where he's hovering outside Lois's house and they're all eating chow mein and he like X-rays and listens to their conversation?
Cries and dies
No.
with it on the
Is it that
inside.
moment
You
where,
couldn't
like,
see it, but I just hit his chest.
Isn't that moment where Kevin Spacey stabs him and he dies and comes back again? Isn't that
No.
moment where he flies around the world fast enough to reverse time?
That's the first one.
That's
Is it the moment that he like sits and spends all day at the Daily Bugle looking at Lois's?
All right,
Shut
shut
up.
Alright.
Okay, so essentially what happens is he takes Lois Lane up into the sky far enough.
I love this moment too.
Just far enough to see, like, basically most of the world, but she can still breathe. And he asks her, "What do you hear?" And she's like, "I hear nothing." And Superman says, "I hear everything. And I can't do anything to stop it," is what he's saying. It's
so
the
good.
best scene in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's talking, he's like, I have all this power, and I do as much good as I can, but I can hear the good I can't do. It's awesome.
And that's what makes Superman awesome.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's a god, he's unrelatable." Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's obviously...
No.
Well, you try to relate. How about I shoot you in the foot, and when you're screaming and crying, relate to Superman.
Well,
you go
think
ahead.
about how many things you've tried. Think about something that you tried to do to help somebody and they didn't want help, or think about something you tried to help with but you couldn't help.
Well, my problem isn't with the imagery at all. Like, not in the slightest. My problem is with the pacing. Like,
Yeah.
The pacing is bad.
Yeah, that's my only problem with it. Is
I
because-
enjoyed it.
Hey, pro Superman, how's it feel to know you got an ass whooping from a guy in a bat costume with no superpowers? Yeah, suck
He
that
was
dick.
holding back
Batman-
that entire movie.
Oh, Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bat- Okay, in that movie, it's awesome because everyone always makes the argument, how would Batman win in the fight? There's a moment in the Batman v Superman where, like, the Superman in the movie tells Batman, if I ever see that bat signal again, I'm coming for your ass, and you better not be there because I will kill you and take you down. So at one point in the movie, Batman's like, all right, I have to fight this dude. So Batman goes on this roof and he rips this giant piece of cloth off the bat signal. He like dusts it off and he powers it up, and there's the bat symbol. And it's that moment in the trailer where Batfleck looks up and you see like the red eye. You see Superman's red eyes, and then you see there's like a flash of lightning and there's Superman. And they sit there and talk. Well, Superman comes down, and in that moment, he's not trying to fight Batman. He's trying to recruit Batman's help, but Batman won't hear it. So he starts talking Superman starts talking to Batman, and Batman starts like punching Superman and stuff, and Superman just like nonchalantly catches one of Batman's blows, and like puts his hand on Batman, and Batman's in like all the bat armor, and he puts his hands on his chest and like barely pushes his hand forward, and Batman goes flying through the air and slams against the wall. And you're like, oh, Batman won't win this fight, will he?
Well, until you know.
Kryptonite, bitch!
Well, yeah,
Martha!
well, yeah, and it makes sense why Batman does get the upper hand in the fight when he does. But there's that first moment where he just throws Batman across the roof, and he breaks the concrete, and even Ben Affleck is like heaving, like he's clearly broken something inside it, like a bone is snapped or something. And then Batman pushes a button, and all these machine guns come up out of the wall.
And it's like, what did you think that would do?
And he starts shooting Superman, and Superman like puts his hands up for a second, and then Superman just gets angry. And my favorite thing is they don't neuter Superman in that movie. So Superman just gets angry, hovers like 10 feet off the ground, shoots a laser and destroys both the machine guns, comes back down and says, knock it off, I'm done with this. Like, listen to me, I want your help. Batman tries to blow up Superman. Superman's like, dude, knock it off!
Bam! What do you do?
Well, and like, if Superman wanted to, he could have just picked up Superman and just went...
He does in the movie.
And just thrown him into space and killed him. Because, especially in, like, the Justice League cartoon, which is actually really good. Depends on the season. It
depends on the season.
If it's season 1,
But-
it's okay. After that, you might as well just shoot
No,
yourself.
okay, the finale of that show is so good because you see Superman actually go toe to toe. Is it Darkseid or is that Marvel?
Darkseid.
Yeah, it's Darkseid.
Darkseid's,
Who is like he's like
DC.
yeah, okay, Darkseid.
Thanos is Marvel.
Yeah. So he goes toe to toe with Darkseid and almost wins.
Yeah.
Like Darkseid is of course like an elder god, like almost like Cthulhu, but like basically he's purely physical strength.
He looks like Harambe.
Well, and he's just, and Superman is just like there's a moment where Darkseid throws him and he's like, oh, haha, I've won, and then Superman's like, I'm done messing around, bam,
Yeah.
and
It's
punches him like around the world or some shit, and I'm like, and like they finally stopped holding back, and they fight for a while, and then Superman finally realizes I can't win against this guy.
Yeah.
And then, spoilers, I can't say.
Yeah,
so.
but there are absolutely moments in Batman v Superman where Superman straight
Superman
up kills people.
Well, and he can clearly win.
Yeah.
Against Batman.
And it's so obvious in the movie. I think it's awesome that they make it obvious that he holds back. Like, he's fighting Batman. He is holding back. And there's a moment where like Batman tries to blow up Superman. And Superman's like, enough. And he's still holding back. He's only using about a tenth of his strength at this point. But he flies forward, grabs Batman by the throat, and slams him up against this brick wall. Shoves him up the wall, and you see like the brick falling down around him. And like nonchalantly, Superman throws him, and he flies like 1,000 feet and smashes and slides against the pavement. And he's like, "Knock it off, Affleck, knock it off. I'm tired of this shit. Let's save my mom."
Fuck your mom, I wanna fight you.
But anyway. What were we talking about? Man of Steel 2 is happening.
Oh, jeez. I'm not...
That comes out about 2019.
Hopefully,
It's what
just...
people are-
2019.
Well,
Jeez.
well, so
we're on a non-stop road now to Justice League.
right.
Like, basically nothing can intervene now. We are on the road to Justice League. We have a trailer. We have people in costume. We don't have a villain, but we have a motive for what said villain's going to do. People think it's Steppenwolf.
It's probably Darkseid.
I don't know what's
I
going
don't
on.
know.
Or they'll
Steppen-
save that for Justice League 2.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's probably going to be Justice League as Darkseid. But no, sorry, Justice League 1 I think is Steppenwolf.
Probably, and then that's going to be like them learning to work together.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Darkseid's going to be like, alright, and going to pull in Negan and be like, alright guys, I'm going to slide my dick down your throat and you're going to thank me for it.
That's an actual quote from comic books.
Yeah.
From Walking Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead is fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
It's such a
But
good
DC
show,
has so
though.
many
That's fucked
movies
up.
coming out. Like, so we just got Suicide Squad and released, so our next DC movie is Wonder Woman. That comes out next year in June. And then we get Justice League Part 1 in 2017. 2018 we get The Flash. 2018 we also get Aquaman. These are standalone movies. There's also a 2018 Batman solo movie.
Possibly.
I think it's unconfirmed, but there is a confirmed Batman solo movie.
Shazam!
Shazam in 2019.
Oh, he's like my favorite guy.
And
Captain Marvel,
Do you
dude.
know who Black Adam is, Tom?
Yeah.
All right,
Dwayne
that's
Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson's playing Black Adam.
That's perfect.
Isn't it? 2019 is when we get Justice League Part 2. And then there's an untitled DC film in 2019 that people are thinking is what Man of Steel 2 is. And then in 2020 we get a confirmed standalone Cyborg.
I love Cyborg.
2020 we get the Green Lantern Corps movie with more than Hal Jordan, so it's going to be Hal Jordan and like Guy Gardner
I don't like Guy.
and Jon Stewart.
I'm really nervous about that only because
Guy Gardner's a dick.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
Ryan Reynolds broke my heart. Like, Ryan Reynolds movie broke my heart, and so it's like you're scared to love again, and you're just like, what if you hurt me?
Is that
last
the next
person
one is
hurt
Blue
me.
Beetle, right?
Okay, so there's no release date, but it is confirmed that they are currently in development of Booster Gold / Blue Beetle.
Well, Blue Beetle, I can be excited for. Booster Gold,
Booster Gold cracks me up.
And
I
Greg
care for him.
Berlanti, who is an exec producer on the Flash and Arrow TV shows, is going to be an exec producer on Booster Gold / air quote Blue Beetle. There's no confirmed Blue Beetle. It's just confirmed to be Booster. And the legendary Zach Stentz, who has written, who was a writer on Thor, X-Men First Class,
Yeah.
and my favorite episode of The Flash, which is the episode Kevin Smith directed. He will be writing the script for Booster Gold, Blue
Good,
Beetle.
good.
There's
He has the humor to pull it off. I
yeah,
think.
there's been rumor of a Harley Quinn standalone movie, which after Suicide Squad
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
I heard a rumor that it was gonna try and introduce the other DC females, like not Batgirl, Catwoman, and Birds of
Poison
Prey.
Ivy and stuff, yeah. Lobo movie is in high talk. After the success of Deadpool, DC looks like they're going to do a Lobo movie to be their counter to Deadpool, like their R-rated movie.
They better get someone good. Like I think they should get Danny Trejo to do it. Then again, I don't
Danny
know.
Trejo to be Lobo would be interesting.
Now, is
With
this
his
the Sandman? Sandman? Is this the Sandman that was written by Neil Gaiman, or is this a different Sandman?
I think it might be the Neil Gaiman Sandman.
Okay, good.
Oh, it is. The Sandman
Yeah.
movie has Jack Thorne writing, and Neil Gaiman and David Goyer are involved in the process of the
Good.
That
That is one of the greatest graphic novels
Yeah.
comics
like so. There's
ever
a
made.
there's a Sandman movie in development, which will happen way down the road. This is probably going to be way after 2020, but there is a Sandman movie that's going to happen. Dark Universe looks like that might happen.
Dark, as in like John Constantine.
Dark Universe,
I hope
it's
so.
like Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Features supernatural characters from DC Universe, like
John
characters
Constantine.
like Swamp Thing, Demon, Deadman, Zatanna, and possibly even John Constantine will get in.
Deadman?
So
For real,
that
though?
might be a
Super
movie.
cool.
I don't know who Deadman is. Who is he?
Let's look 'em up.
This is the guy. He was on Doom Patrol.
Oh.
Oh no, wait, is that Negative Man? I take it back.
Oh, that might be Negative Man.
Yeah. I get them mixed up.
Oh yeah.
But I do love Doom Patrol. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Oh, so rumors surfaced on LatinoReview.com, which is a weird sounding source, but they've reported so many rumors that end up to be true. But they have reported a rumor of a Legion of Superheroes movie coming out.
So Caleb, I'm
Wait, is that
looking at
Beast Boy?
LatinoReviews.com.
I am.
It's weird, dude.
I think Beast Boy is part of
Beast Boy.
the Legion of Superheroes.
Real talk though,
Real
Teen
talk.
Titans, great show. Great show.
Okay, well, which one?
Metal Men,
Metal Man is a movie that has been
the
in dis-
original.
Okay, I was about to say, if you say Teen Titans Go, I will
I
reach
hate that
across
show.
the room
I hate
and
that.
smack you
That
like
shows-
Joker and Harley Quinn.
Bro.
So Metal Man is a movie that has
Ha ha ha. No.
I went there.
Metal Man's been a movie that's been in talks since as early as 2007, so that is also a possibility with
Well,
the big
Metal-
boom of comic book movies.
Well,
I
Metal
don't
Man, Metal Man cracked me up because they're so 1960s. They're so 1960s
They're
guys.
painfully 1960s.
They're like Newtonium, ah, ha, ha, and it's like
Oh,
his name is literally Professor Newtonium.
that's awesome. So,
I want that to be my name.
The
like
last-
Patrick Martin Plutonium.
yeah, so
Newtonium.
Newton.
So the last nerd story I have, so Flash season 3 is happening. Patrick, you and I talked about the villain that's coming out. Alchemy is the villain. That's going to be Flash's next villain. It's like
okay.
Dr. Alchemy.
I heard a rumor that it was gonna be Godspeed, but
Yeah, I think Dr. Alchemy might be a small villain. Godspeed, I think, is supposed to be the big villain. But the way I'm not going to spoil it, so spoil free on this. But the way season 2 ends is a lead into Flashpoint for season 3.
Mm.
So
Well, I heard that it wasn't gonna last the entire season, which I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you get to do Flashpoint once, like it's not something you can return to in a later season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Grant
they better
Gustin,
not.
Barry
Make,
Allen.
yeah.
yeah, well, so in a DC All Access interview at San Diego Comic Con with Barry Allen himself, Grant Gustin, they asked him about how season 3, like what's going to happen in season 3 pertaining to Flashpoint, because it is confirmed that Flashpoint, the first title,
Oh, yeah.
the title of episode 1 for season 3 of Flash is Flashpoint.
Oh yeah.
So Flashpoint is happening. So Grant Gustin said Barry is the only one who knows that the timeline is different, and his memories are gradually being replaced by memories of the new timeline of him graduating high school and college and memories with his family. And when he realizes those memories are replacing other memories, that's when he starts to realize how selfish his decision was.
I mean, I don't think about Batman or anything, but I would love to see a different Arrow. Because does Arrow kill in the TV show?
Arrow kills at the beginning. He stops killing after a while.
I would love to see a more darker. Well, the problem is they haven't confirmed if like Barry's Flashpoint will bring, because there's a theory that that's how they'll introduce Supergirl into the CW universe. Because
Right.
now the CW has Supergirl, which I think is cool. But they're theorizing that that's the altered timeline is how they'll introduce Supergirl.
Right, that's
into,
what's...
the Arrow Flash Legends of Tomorrow verse.
Right, and speaking of Supergirl, Superman's coming to Supergirl, the TV show.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Have you seen the photos for it?
Oh yeah, I've seen the one photo of him in costume, like the promotional.
Okay, the promotional photo sucks. That photo's so bad.
Let me see.
The promo photo here. Okay, so Tom, you haven't seen this. The promo photo of Superman looks so bad.
Yeah, it's the pose he's
Well,
striking.
it's the pose he's striking,
and
but
the
they
lens flares.
right, but they photoshopped the suit. So they in the promo photo, they softened his muscle definition, so the suit looks smoother than it actually is. And I'll see, Tom, if I can find a photo for you.
But why though?
I don't know. So the guy is jacked, and when he's wearing, let's see if I can find set photos.
Is it a different actor than who plays him in?
Yeah, different actor.
Yeah.
But on the set photos, you can clearly see the dude's ripped. You can see like his abs and chest coming through. Yeah, here I found some. But in the promo photo, they softened the suit and they made him look less defined.
That is odd. He does look buff though. He's like,
He is beefy. I wonder if I can find a photo of his butt. I know that sounds weird, but
yeah.
someone pointed this out to me. The dude's got back.
Hot. Yay!
Hey, you know what? I don't
Wait.
care.
We still accept you.
Dude's,
Very good faggot.
oh my god.
no, that's an
It's an internet meme.
it's an internet meme that's
I
been
don't-
floating
I
around.
want to know who that guy is. He just throws a pink tricycle in the air and goes, mega faggot.
Yeah,
Oh my
and there's yeah, that is weird. I'm trying to see if I can find set
What about
photos.
the other one where he like put a bunch of lawn toys on top of each other and went, Robo bitch?
Yeah,
That's another thing.
yeah, but there's interesting set photos that came up. So he's wearing the Superman suit, but he has like weird metal additions to the suit. So in some photos, it's just like the plain Superman suit, but in other photos, there's like weird like metal attachments to
Yeah.
it. Like,
That's not a good sign, let me tell you.
well, no one knows what it is. They haven't said anything. But in the Flash, there is a metal attachment the Flash does put on his suit at one point to make him go faster. So people have been wondering, since it's now under CW, will he kind of utilize that same kind of gadgetry? Where maybe they find a way to enhance Superman's powers beyond what he already can do?
That I
Which-
can understand, but like, how do you make Superman better? It's like, how do we make a godlike figure more godlike?
By making him more godlike, of course.
No, there, I found the butt photo. Here you go.
What, really?
Dear God.
He has a butt, dude.
Oh my gosh, baby got back.
I told you.
LA dance with the LA face with an Oakland booty. Holy shit.
And if anyone wants to look at it online, the article is Supergirl set photos and video reveals Superman in action, and it's on screenrant.com. I'll put a link in the description for this.
So, one thing I don't like that I think you mentioned one time that you don't like as well is the stubble. I
Okay.
always saw Superman as like clean.
So
smooth
yeah, in the
shaven.
promo photo,
Yeah, that's
he
how I
has
imagine
stubble,
Superman.
Mm-hmm.
and it looks horrible. But in all the set photos, he's clean shaven. So I want to know: did he not shave for the promo photo, or did they digitally add stubble?
They digitally add stubble.
Why? That's not Superman. Like,
I don't know.
Batman can have stubble.
That
because
promo photo for Superman was all kinds of what the fuck.
Yeah.
It was a big old bag of nope. It was one ticket on the nope train to fuck Thisville.
Yeah.
in Nope City.
Oh god. Hey, didn't you say you had alien news? Patrick?
Not really. I mean, Alien 5's coming out and Newt's back. That's it. That's all they've released.
That's all they said?
Yep,
So,
that's it.
Tom is kind of our resident alien expert. Tom, what do you think about Newt coming back in Alien 5?
That's an interesting choice because I agree with Alien 3 not being canon. That was a shitty movie.
Alien 3, at the beginning, if I remember correctly, they say
Newt
Newt's
dies.
dead, right?
Newt dies.
So the fans have, taken that out of canon?
Yeah, which I don't. I both agree and disagree with.
Okay.
Because one, that's a refusal of acceptance.
Right.
That's like, really, guys?
It's like when they.
You guys made this movie. You can't go back on it.
It's like when an actor dies or quits acting or refuses to do another movie and they can't replace the character, so in the next movie it's
They
like,
die.
man, it's a real shame that guy died in between the last movie and right
Yeah.
now.
Like Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah, essentially that's what happened.
It's a real shame that Master
Anyway,
Spock just got
so
cancer.
Newt's back in 5.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
and I don't think they need to make another movie in the first place. I think those first two movies,
Right.
fine enough on their own. They're
Right.
basically perfect.
I can
Right.
see Prometheus, a sequel to Prometheus.
I
maybe.
think that's official.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah,
I
Prometheus,
didn't really like Prometheus. I think it was interesting how they tried to expand on the alien canon,
Right.
but I
Yeah.
don't agree with that choice.
Well, there's not much to expand upon. We know the alien race. We know what they do. They
Well-
rape you and then you birth them. You shoot them out of your belly.
Well,
and there's
and
war.
My thing
Yeah.
with that is
Aliens.
it's not that we don't know. It's that we don't need to know more.
Yeah, it's simple.
It's scary enough on its own.
It's basically I think from me watching Alien is humans as a species, we fear death. And the reason we fear death goes into my next point is we fear the unknown.
Right.
We have to know.
Which is
That's
why
why
space is such a horrifying place and a perfect place for horror.
Exactly.
Well, and
especially
what-
for Alien is because what makes Alien 1 scary is we don't know anything about the xenomorph. We know nothing. We don't know where it came from. We don't know we don't know why it breathes. We don't know what it eats. Well,
Right.
obviously it eats
Well-
people, but we don't know how the birth cycle, the mating cycle, the death cycle. We don't know.
Well, and what's scary is that it never ate
Oh shit, that's right. We don't
anybody.
know.
It didn't eat anybody.
It doesn't need to.
It's killing
Yeah.
for sport.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Well, no, it kills to survive, but
Yeah,
its
but-
life cycle is based upon the wasp.
Yeah, and they... Yeah.
It's like Chris
But
Pratt.
what makes me not like Prometheus as much as Alien 1 or Aliens is because they tried to explain what the space jockey was doing, and I'm like, why? The space jockey was a cool, and for those of you who don't know what the space jockey was, it was the ship that they go into at the beginning of the movie.
And then get alien raped.
Yeah, it's basically that ship, and then the thing inside it that clearly had the hole in it
Right.
that looked like a chest burster came out, or that acid dripped in or something, and it's did we really need to know what that was? That was a cool as fuck design.
Exactly. It was scary
Yeah.
because we didn't know.
So I just looked it up. Alien 5 is happening.
Yep.
Prometheus 2 is now titled Alien Covenant.
Oh gosh.
And they do have a director, Ridley Scott is directing Alien Covenant.
Your hero's about to be tainted.
Michael Green wrote the screenplay with John Logan doing rewrites.
Why didn't they get Dan O'Bannon again?
I don't know.
He might be dead.
Yeah. Just
And-
maybe.
He might be a dead dude.
Oh, Ridley Scott is not dead, beyond me either.
The summary,
Scott's
the
not
summary
bad.
for the summary for Alien Covenant, according to IMDb, says the crew of the colony ship Covenant discover what they think is an uncharted paradise, but it's actually a dark, dangerous world whose sole inhabitant is the synthetic David, the survivor of the doomed Prometheus expedition. And David is being played by Michael Fassbender.
Oh, so
Isn't that different from what he was?
I don't know. Let's
I
pull it
thought
up.
he was an android. From
He
what I heard.
synthetic.
Synthetic. Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
So basically,
Androids are actually completely different in the Alien universe, because androids don't act like humans.
Right. Let's see here. I am on the IMDb.
Well, and if you've
Michael
ever
Fassbender and
Okay.
Prometheus does play David.
and if you've ever played Alien Isolation, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say the androids are completely different from the synthetics.
Terrifying.
Because it's synthetic implies that they're trying to be human, but androids are just straight up not human.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they are creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
In that game, they are just as scary as the alien. Their introduction, so good.
Wait.
Like
Yeah.
you're crawling through the vents and you look through the vent and you see this guy like trying to get past an android and he's like turning into HAL 5000 and he's like, I'm sorry, I can't let you do that. And the guy's like, oh, let me through, and then the android like shoves him to the ground. So the guy tries to shoot him and the android like staggers for a second and then walks up to the guy, grabs him by the head and slams him into the wall until his head explodes. And I'm like,
Oh.
Well, that's just all. Again,
it's rough.
Well, if you'll
It's a
excuse me, I'm
rough
gonna go
game.
purchase my ticket for the Note train to fuck this, Bill.
Don't go in space, you die apparently.
Yeah. So I'm
Well,
looking at the
it's like
IMDb
an
for Alien 5.
It does have a Dan O'Bannon.
Yeah. So Neil Blomkamp is directing. He's also writing, and also writing is Dan O'Bannon.
He was the writer for the original Alien,
Yeah.
Okay.
which
Um,
he was kind of an asshole on set, apparently.
Sigourney Weaver is coming back as Ellen Ripley
In Alien Covenant or Alien 5?
in Alien
In
5.
Alien 5.
I'm seeing if there's a full cast.
I'm waiting for Newt to come back and be like, Ellen, you're so old.
Yeah, well, Michael Biehn is rumored to be Corporal Dwayne Hicks.
Hey,
So
Hicks. I
might
love
be
that guy.
Hicks might be coming back. That's a rumor. So Hicks is rumored. Ripley is confirmed. Sigourney Weaver's coming back. And
Well,
then
They
Newt
want to
is-
connect it really well. I think they should have Michael Fassbender, just because I like Michael Fassbender.
Well,
No, you
and
can't
what's
go
fun
wrong with him.
about Michael what?
Fassbender.
No, the guy who
Fassbender?
plays... Oh, I'm sorry, I just forgot his name.
The guy who plays who I can Google it.
Hicks.
Oh, hold
Is-
on. It's right in front of me.
Yeah, it's right in front of us, and I forgot
I
what it
scroll,
was.
Michael Biehn.
That was Mike... I thought it was Michael Bean.
It might be Biehn. I might be horribly mispronouncing his name.
I think it's Michael Bean.
Bitch.
Because my uncle got to meet him because at Emerald City Comic Con they went to get his autograph because he has my uncle has like a replica of the helmet that they wear in Aliens.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they were like, they were just like, they went down to the area where he was gonna autograph and he was already there. He was there early.
Right.
And they got to meet him and talk with him, which is rare. And yeah, so that was fun. But essentially, Alien is my favorite thing ever.
It's so
and
good.
And it's deep for a horror movie, which is kind of rare, especially nowadays with like Krampus and that shit.
Right.
What's the meaning of Krampus? Don't be a bitch during Christmas.
Essentially,
Don't be
Um,
a fucking dick.
but
Don't be a fuckboy.
I love Alien, but I would be content to leave it at Aliens.
Yeah.
I would be so... And what's great about Alien Isolation is that it's set between those. So it doesn't really have to expand upon the universe or whatever. And it's like...
There's not-
It's kind of what happened to Star Wars. Specifically the prequel trilogy, where it was like... It got so focused on... to how to build a war.
Right.
I mean, world. Instead of the basic principles of storytelling and that. And it was like, this is bad. And it was like, oh, what? And they tried to explain the Force with science, and I was like, I don't even remember what
Force
it
is
was.
around us and goes up in our butts and
Well, no, they call
It
it
goes
like
up in a bunch of times.
midichlorians.
Midichlorians.
it penetrates us.
All right.
It physically bends us over and penetrates us.
And some people don't like it as much as I do.
I
They
did
give
give consent for the force of
But
penetration.
they're weird.
Hashtag just surprise butt stuff.
Surprise butt sex.
Oh,
Well, I didn't
God.
give consent to the force to penetrate me, so can I take it to court?
What happened? The force raped me.
Let's not.
The force has raped me.
Do you have proof?
I-
No, that's not a rape.
Trying to get away from the topic of rape as far away as possible. Rumors of a new Pokemon Go update are out.
Gender roles.
Speaking of Pokemon Go,
The new update, rumors have it. Rumor has it.
I just updated my game, so we'll see if they're rumors or not. I caught a coughing, by the way.
What?
And when I was at the hospital, I got a coughing. I'm not kidding. You know what makes it worse? So we have a hospital. I was at the Fort Lewis Hospital.
Yeah.
Madigan Army Medical Center, and I was in the optometry department. Because me and my siblings, we get our eyes checked once a year.
Yeah, as you do.
And so I found a coughing in his office. And so what makes everything worse Pokemon Go wise is, so we have a hospital here in town, KVH, Kittitas Valley
Yeah.
Hospital. And so I was walking by it, you know what was on the field?
What?
Paris. The parasite crab Pokemon.
Yeah.
Paras, Paris, whatever.
Paris.
Paris.
It was on the fucking lawn of the hospital.
That's awesome. But the update is rumored to fix a bug in the game. So when you throw Pokeballs, you can throw air quote accurate throws. So Tom, you haven't played Pokemon Go. There's when you're playing the game, you can throw Pokeballs at Pokemon, obviously, with your finger. But there's a circle around the Pokemon, and there's like a gray circle and a colored circle. And the colored circle gets smaller, and then it resets and gets smaller. And you want to throw the Pokeball when it's smallest. But if you throw the Pokeball, if the ball is small enough, and you throw the Pokeball and it lands in the realms of the circle, you get accurate throws.
in the realms of the circle.
You guys can't see it, but he was putting his finger through like a hole in his hand.
And-
You're
butthole.
getting mad at us for talking about
I-
sex, and
I
then you're
did-
making sex motions to Tom.
I'm fine about talking with sex. Porn is a little iffy.
Sex.
So,
Sex,
baby
sex.
making.
so doing that gives you accurate throws.
The horizontal
so you get,
mambo.
Of course.
Like good throws, great throws, excellent throws. So there's a bug in the game preventing trainers from receiving the XP bonus you're supposed to get
Playing
when
roller coaster.
when you get accurate throws. So they're going to fix that bug, and now there's going to be a prompt asking players to indicate when they are driving.
Yes, that is true. Like there have been times. This is the stupidest thing
Is it please
that
chase
ever happened. But like so, I was in Madigan today, down in Fort Lewis, and so, like, I was just we're at the booth that gets you, like, vehicle registration so you can go on base, because, you know, it's a military camp, or a military fort, so you need special, you know, permission. We're
Right.
in this little, kind of, not toll booth, but, like, this little, small, like, RV, oh, not quite RV, it was, like, if 4 RVs were put together, like, side by side by side. So it was a pretty small building, like, it wasn't very long, but it was pretty wide, and so we're in this building, and we're getting our vehicle registration, our special passes to go on base, and I'm just standing still, and it's trying to pinpoint my GPS location, and so my guy is running back and forth, and goes, "You're going too fast," and it gives me the option to press I'm a passenger, and I'm not moving. Like, I'm just holding my phone and standing completely fucking still, and my guy is running back and forth in, like, the same direction, just going left, right, and goes, "You're going too fast. You can't play Pokemon Go while driving." I was just standing there in this building.
Well, now there's a prompt, rumors that when the update comes out, there will be a new prompt asking players to indicate when they are not driving when traveling above certain speeds. And finally, the nearby window will be modified. So
It is, and I have the update, and what it is now is it's sightings.
okay, so the update's already out then?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
so what it does
So
is
fuck it. Why am I talking about this? This is a rumor. These are facts now.
So, what the new tracking thing is, instead of, at first tracking was how many footsteps is it away. If it's
Right.
1, it's, 10 kilometers,
And it was-
20, 30 kilometers.
And that feature was broken. So instead of
Everything was 30 kilometers away.
Right,
Yeah.
so instead of fixing it, they just removed it.
Yep, so they removed
As
it,
you
so
do.
there was nothing there. And so now what it is sightings, and what it does is it updates every 5 minutes, just like the entire game. The entire game, like, updates every 5 minutes
Yeah.
for, like, Pokestops and whatnot.
Yeah,
And so every 5 minutes, basically, Pokemon that have been caught in the area, or Pokemon that are lurking around, or people have seen and caught in the area,
Right.
are sightings. And if they're not there, or if the 5-minute mark and the entire thing resets, and the entire game resets, and so I lost my train of thought. And so
It's sightings now, though.
yeah, it's sightings, and basically, after the 5-minute mark, it resets, and if it's still there, obviously it's really close and in the area. If it's not, it's gone.
Yeah, so instead of being like, here's how close it is, it'll tell you what's been caught in the area recently.
Yeah. So basically, it's like kind of sightings of what could be your next Pokemon. And you know what I got? Fucking Pidgeys.
Well, it's because we're in a rural area.
Damn it!
Anyway.
I'm gonna go to Ireland to get a sheep Pokemon.
But did you guys hear what happened when Pokemon Go first came out?
Oh yeah, no, all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah, a bunch of crazy shit.
The servers crashed so much.
No, but like, there was this person that went to the Anne Frank Museum up in Amsterdam,
And they call it
and
coughing.
he's playing Pokemon Go. No, not just that. He caught it coughing and a gas leak. In the Anne Frank's Memorial Holocaust Museum.
That's so bad.
They immediately was like, we want out. Like, do not take us out of the game. I saw him like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I saw.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my god.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, this is not good.
That's so
Oh,
sad.
No good. It's not
I
right.
saw him like, oh my god, why is this happening?
This is all kinds of wrong.
That's like my only contribution to this podcast is bring stuff up.
Alright, good. Go back to the corner. We'll feed you later. Back in your cage.
It's like Family Guy. It's like, Christmas is here. Christmas? Yeah. If you're good, you can have all the extras and garbage you want. Can I meet the family? You've overstepped. No Christmas.
Have you seen the skit on Family Guy of Asian Santa?
No.
Yeah.
What do you want? What? You take too long. It's not Christmas.
Yeah. Well, here,
What's your fire check? What color? Red. Cool.
I'll find it real quick. What up, Tom?
What time are we calling?
We don't really have an end time, so we kind of end whenever.
After 1
We
hour.
can end soon though. I mean, we don't want to go too long.
Yeah, our last one was an hour 25 minutes, so I mean, it's a good, decent time.
Yeah. So we'll
Even
probably
though
wrap
people
up.
only watch like 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
Watch our full thing, guys, please.
Yeah,
We're
so,
desperate.
Don't do what he
Suck
says.
it.
Fuck the system.
We'll suck your cock.
That's gay. I won't. I don't know
We'll
about
make
the
a
episode.
spank train like in SpongeBob.
Well, YouTube gives you
Bring me
stats
the
where your stuff's
booty.
being viewed, and I thought it was awesome that we have a view in South Korea.
Hey, shout out to you, my man Micah. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
And so
All
here's our and here's the Family Guy.
So
skit. We
here's
do not own
that
this.
Asian Family Guy skit.
Everybody quiet.
What you want? What you want for Christmas? I was thinking maybe one of those old-timey... Too late! Take too long! Sad Christmas! What you want? Fire truck! What color? Red! Next!
Guys,
I love that show so much.
copyright warning, we do not own that at all. It was a YouTube video we found. So,
They won't sue us.
Hopefully.
Well, they can't now. We just issued a warning that we do not own this.
Suck it, bitches.
Jacob, you're gonna get us killed. Back in the... What did I say? Back in the cage.
I'm sorry.
Back!
What? I'm only 15.
Back in the cage!
No.
Daddy, no! Alright.
Step back
Daddy,
now.
yes.
What did I tell you about talking? Alright,
So,
sorry about that,
okay,
guys.
so Pokemon Go, the teams have gang signs now.
Oh god.
Yeah, we
Did you see
do.
that?
The bad's like the Bloods is like so.
No, it's not.
As sick as the Crips.
No, so for Team Valor, you put
It's
3
easy to
fingers over your heart. 3 for Moltres.
Yeah.
For Team Mystic, you take your finger and point it up, like, by your head.
Oh, I know instincts.
Towards the sky.
Instincts is just the.
No, so don't say
No,
these things yet.
Do your
So,
middle finger.
no, so Team Valor,
Team Valor.
Team Valor is 3 fingers over your heart, 3 for Moltres. Team Mystic is 1 finger near your head pointing to the sky, like by your head for like intellect and towards the sky for Articuno. And
Can I say this one?
yeah, so what's the Team Instinct gang sign, Jacob?
It's a dab.
It's a dab.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It's like yeah, Val like be on the hook for like passion. Like,
Are
yeah,
you
for knowledge.
fucking
And
kidding
then
me?
it's just like dude, dab.
Yeah, so I saw this thing online. It's like the gang signs for Pokemon Go teams. Like, sweet, what is it? Moltres, Articuno, and then
at this.
that was just dab.
Well, I think my favorite thing.
Instinct, we love you, but like you're the awkward cousin that no one talks to.
So I think one of my favorite things that describes the Pokemon gangs now is here we go. So team.
Here we go.
Team
We
Valor.
go again. Girls, what's my weakness, man?
Man, okay then.
Chillin'. Okay, sorry.
Anyway.
What the hell?
So Team Valor, a strong, powerful, mighty Firebird.
Yeah.
Team Mystic, a beautiful, elegant, intelligent water bird. Team Instinct,
Check with the eyes.
Big Bird from Sesame Street as he knocks over a bunch of blocks.
He's got a better design than Moltres.
Not really, Big Bird's stupid.
He's
Fuck
got
you.
He's got a such better design. Okay, did you see Moltres' sprite?
Disclaimer:
In the
we love
original-
all teams except Mystic. Fuck Mystic.
Did you see Moltres' sprite in the original Red and Blue? Holy shit! It looks like a turkey with fire. It's horrible.
You're a jerk.
Not much has really changed in the coming years, man.
All of those sprites look horrible. In the
I know.
original.
Like one of them, literally, Mew looks like a fetus.
Well, yeah.
Nobody around the bush.
No, it's just like
Especially like when you're playing the game, because you always see your Pokemon from the back. It's
Yeah.
the enemy. The
It's hard to tell.
the
what they are.
back sprites are god fucking awful.
Yeah, they are.
Like Mankey looks like a head that was squiggles, and like Mew looks like the same thing except like they put like an indent in the middle of it.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
To be
okay with
fair
that.
though, they had a budget of a ham sandwich and maybe a shoestring.
Tom,
Maybe.
Tom, you're talking about how they look like turkeys. Tom, you're a turkey. That's all I want to say. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Excuse me, my friend has a.
What did I
pet
tell you about
peeve.
speaking? Back in your cage.
Daddy, no!
Get out in the rain.
Daddy, yes!
Oh no! Oh,
All right, guys.
no,
Sorry.
oh, no.
about-
Oh yeah.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to deal with some business.
I'm just a boy, man.
What did I tell you? All right, so now that we've got physical abuse out of the way,
Yay!
anything else we want to bring up?
I can't think of anything else I want to bring up right now.
So edgy subjects about.
Edgy subjects. All right, let's talk about gender roles. There are only two.
If I had $1 for every gender role there was, not every gender.
Edgy subject,
Shut up.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
have,
Nailed it, 10 out of
like-
10. Where's that damn fourth Chaos
So
Emerald?
before Jacob says anything that gets rid of all of our viewers, I think that's probably a good place to stop for tonight, guys.
Oh wait, I just want to say, if I had $1 for every
Stop!
gender I
Stop!
have,
Stop! No!
hold on,
stop,
hold on.
Stop!
I have $11 in my wallet. There are 11 genders.
Stop!
God.
If I had if I had a piece of garlic bread for every gender,
All right, so
I'd be fucking drowning in garlic bread right now, man.
all right, I think it's probably about a good time to wrap up.
Yeah, probably.
Patrick, do you want to outro us?
All right, well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found our comedy hilarious. Please tell us to your friends. All of our friends, we don't really have any friends, so this is all we got. We're living on our prayer here, guys. But just want you to know that if you like and subscribe right now,
Surprise butt sex!
we will surprise butt sex you. We are not kidding. We will find you and we will
Jesus
make a spank.
Christ.
We will make a spank train.
I'm
just
not
like
with
on
them.
SpongeBob, and we will spank. What did I tell you about talking? Anyway, so please like and subscribe if you found us funny. Share with your friends. Just be warned, there may be spoilers up in the future, and there are also, as we give movie reviews in the future, and also there is very explicit sexual content as long as Liam
Neeson's dick.
Oh, he's got a giant cock. Just ask Kevin Smith. Hey, Kevin Smith reference. Self 5. There's explicit content, vulgar language, so do not share with your kids. I repeat, do not share with your kids. If you do, you're about as stupid as those moms who tried to get a PG-13 Deadpool. All right, goodbye, everybody. Thank you.